Hi and welcome to Reseller News. Today is August 14th, 2018. My name is Rich Bassini. Thank you for tuning in. Today I just want to talk a little about, before I do the Reseller News, as everybody knows who do follow me, I do sell on eBay exclusively right now. And I just wanted to share something, really quick. Well, hopefully be quick. Have you ever had buyers that make demands to you that they want you to follow certain things that they want you? In other words, what I'm trying to say is, in order for you to make a sale, you got to abide by their, what their request. And I think I did a video once before about this here, and I think sometimes little buyers could be a little, off key in the way they handle things. I got supposedly two sales from some items I was selling, and the buyer states, I printed it out over here. I'm going to read what it says really quick, and then we're going to get started with the reseller news. It says over here, hello. First, I want to ask you if you can give me the measure. It's clothing I'm selling, to shoulder, and length from the shoulder to the bottom of the blouse. I like short tops, but I don't want it to show my stomach, and I'm not sure on this top. Second, I know you combine shipping. How do you do this as far as charging? I'm going to make the best offer on a couple of items, maybe 3. I'm going to hold off on an offer for this on this top until I get the measurements. I definitely want things shipped as cheaply as possible. It goes on to say, of course, this is the buyer now saying this, of course you have to accept my offers and you may not. But that is why I went and looked at the other items so that I could buy more from you if you accept the offers. I accepted the offers on the two other pieces of clothing, and I accepted them, and I messaged the buyer with the other particular top in regards to the measurements, just as requested. And I'm still waiting. I messaged a person twice yesterday and once today, this morning. Tell them that I didn't hear, I didn't hear from the person, so I figured, well, let me get the shipment, let me get the total price of shipping for the other two that person definitely would, well, I believe, quote unquote, would definitely want. So, I'm still waiting. The thing that always gets me with buyers, I had this once before, and I just wanted to share it with you. I don't know if you guys have any stories to share with buyers' demands. Please share, because I know I'm quite sure I did a video once before on this here, and I find it kind of like rude to just to come out and say something like that. That's like me walking into Walmart and picking up an item and telling the store manager, I want this item, but you're gonna give me the price I want. I'm not gonna pay the price you want. You're gonna give me my price. Okay, you're gonna have to accept my price. In reality, if that really happened, the store manager will tell you, well, first off, very cordial, he'd probably say, well, first off, I can't do that. Secondly, this isn't an auction house where you could bid on the prices. This is like not saying a name your price store, But you might say, well, wait, you do offer best offer. Absolutely. Absolutely. But it's at my discretion whether I want to accept it or not. But because I want to make the sales go quick, I accepted the orders just more because I got a whole bunch of clothing. And I just wanted to share it with you how people, say, well, that's just probably, what was that, the first time you ever got something like that? Well, no, I got it a couple of times, but I never really did videos on it. But I don't know if anybody has ever had situations like mine, where you get where you have videos, where you have buyers making demands like that. I had one. What do you call it there? I forget what item I was selling. The buyer offered me a dirt cheap price, and he tells me I want this item, but you're paying the shipping. Very demanding. I mean, literally, that's how it was. I don't know if I have it, if I did a screenshot and I saved it on my computer somewhere. Person's telling me, the only way I'm going to do business with you is if you accept the that you have to pay for shipping. You know, the shipping wasn't inside. I think it was a printer. I believe it was a printer. Don't quote me on it. It was like 15 or 20 bucks. And I messaged back. I said, I'm sorry, I can't do that. I said the item is too expensive. It's more than what the item was worth, basically. So the person messaged me back. You know, well, that's the only way I'm going to do business with you. If you want to do business with me, you're going to have to play. You're going to have to play ball with me. You're going to work on my conditions. I said, I'm sorry, I can't do it. Okay, I messaged it back. Hey, then decline. Can you refund my money then? Cancel out the order. Absolutely, I did it with an open heart. Yes, I will be more than happy to cancel your order. I am not going to be held captive by a buyer that sits there and makes demands. Whatever happened to, you know, the cordial, casual buyer? You go into a store or whatever, and you pick something up and you look at the price. Say, okay, yeah, it's either yay or nay. You want it or you don't want it. And, you know, if you're going to buy it, you buy it. If you don't, you leave it on the shelf, right? Today, the buyers are getting very cavalier in their ways. You know, it's like, well, I know how to get over on these sellers. This is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to tell it like it is. I'm going to tell them. I'm going to tell the seller what I want. They're either going to play by me or play by my rules or forget about it. The deal is off. Bye bye. That's what I say. Bye bye. Go elsewhere. Look, I don't mind working with people. I really don't. I will work with you. I will try to give you the best deal possible. I will work to get the shipping price as cheap as possible. I have no control of that, folks. I have no control of that. Whatever the shipping charges are, I have no control of that. I'm not the U.S. Postal Service. Okay? I am a one-man band trying to sell and make a living off of this merchandise I have. And sometimes people will tell you, can you offer me free shipping? Or I'll do the deal with you. I can't, there's certain things I can't offer free shipping. I just can't. I had a situation where, and I think I still have it on eBay unless I took it off, a little Disney picture frame ceramic. I wasn't paying attention. I think I told this in one of my videos. And the person made a bid, an offer, and it was my fault, so being so desperate, right? I clicked the button without looking at all the details. And then when I looked at it later on, I'm getting ready to process it. I said, holy smokes, I just don't believe I did this here. I accepted an order where I'm going to be paying the shipping. The shipping on that ceramic picture frame was going to cost, depending. Now, I know there's an old saying, I don't know what it was, it's not an old saying, but I heard anything that goes out west, it's always going to cost more money. It goes to California, it goes to whatever, all those places out, the western states, it's going to cost you more in shipping. And the person, I asked the person, and I said, look, I can't, I'm sorry, I have to cancel the order, I can't do it. I said, the shipping is more than what the item is offered. They offered me $7, I think it was set for $9.99. So I figured, $7.99, right? Whatever, $7 I can't be offered. I figured, get the, I'll accept it for $7, and they're going to pay shipping, make $7 off it. That wasn't the deal. Because I was so spontaneous and desperate to make a sale that day, I wasn't paying attention. I had my laptop on, and I'm looking at that doing. Well, that's why you can't do cross-ref. You can't. It's okay to multitask. But when it comes to doing business, multitask. Stay focused on one thing. That's what I should have done. I was being distracted with the laptop on my desk, and I'm over here doing eBay. That's the wrong thing. You don't want to do that, folks. And I accepted the offer, and not realizing that the buyer wanted free shipping. So I casually messaged the buyer back, said, I'm very sorry, I cannot sell this item to you because the shipping is way much more than what the item is worth. Okay. In other words, I was paying her to take the item off my hands. In other words, it would have been not even a wash, it would have been a total loss. Okay. It would have been a total loss. It's like giving it away. There's no way I could have done that deal with that person. But anyway, folks, I just wanted to share that with you guys. I'm still waiting for the buyer to get back to me. I already have the thing packed up and shipped, getting ready for shipping. And, the only thing I will say to buyers out there, and I really wish eBay could do something about this here. I don't know how they have it where it's a buy it now. You would think that once you click that button, buy it now, you're going to be committed. You're going to make the payment right there and then. This setup, the way eBay has it, is crazy. I have to honestly say, I mean, that's one part of eBay I can't stand more than anything. I have a rule of thumb, the way I start resending the invoices at the second time. I will message the buyer twice. On the third time, I will tell the buyer, please let me know, do you want this item or not? If not, let me know, I want to relist it. If I don't hear from them, I'm going to cancel the order out. And I don't care if I get a ding on my seller performance, because these buyers, now I understand, buyers, they'll tell you, I had it happen too, where a buyer say, can I make the purchase now, but I'll pay you Friday, I get paid on Fridays. I understand. Okay, here's the thing. I understand. I know the situation. I've been there before too. But here's the thing. If you're not ready to buy, right, why make a commitment? And I had this happen to me too one time. And this is what really tweaks me, folks. I had a buyer something similar to that. With that noting that they had a situation where they couldn't get the money right away. They had to wait for their paycheck or something, whatever happened. It was some kind of financial situation. I was willing to work with the person. I went in there, I ended the listing. Later on, the person decides, oh, I don't want it. A couple days later, you don't want it. I took an item off of eBay. I ended an item that had users on it, watches, right? I had so many views on it. And now because the buyer at the last minute changes their mind, you can't run a business like that, folks. And you might say, well, what's the big deal? So then you get, hopefully eBay or Reseller will give you the fees back again. Suppose they don't. You rack up a lot of money in fees by that I hate to say it, that's stupidity. You gotta, if you're gonna buy, look, when I buy something, I do my research on it. I'll shop around, see what other sellers are selling something. If they're top rated, non-top rated, whatever. I always like to look at the feedbacks because I like to see if they got a lot of negatives, and I like to read what the negatives are. It doesn't necessarily deter me from buying from them, but if I see if it's an item that I'm picking, I want to buy, and they're giving their review on it. That's why I like to read the reviews too on the sellers. If it's an item that's really shabby or Chinsky made, it's not made really well, it might tell you, those reviews could help you out in making a buying decision. You might say, well, you know what, I'm not buying from this guy. I'm not from him personally. The item that he's selling is too cheaply made. Looking at all the other negatives, people complaining about it, don't buy it, save your money, it's garbage, it's not worth it, and stuff like that. But the thing is, I'm set on something. If I buy something, like the only thing I basically buy off of eBay, folks, because I'm basically a seller. I'm a primary seller on it. That's all I do. I don't really buy off of eBay. Okay. The only thing I do buy off of eBay is ink cartridges for my color printer and toner cartridges for my laser printer. That's basically the only things I really ever will buy off of eBay. Okay. And even then, even though you say, well, it's cheap enough, you might buy $10 for ink cartridge. I still do my research. I'm still trying to get the best deal out there I can. And sometimes you can. Sometimes you can. All right, for $10 with free shipping, you really can't beat that with a stick. But I haven't seen it cheaper. But the guy I deal with, he's in Brooklyn. I'm in New York. It's like a 40-minute drive from here. I mean, I'm not going to drive into the city, though, in the Queens area, whatever, Brooklyn, to, make a purchase thing, burning gas and all that aggravation. Then you got to worry about parking and stuff like that. I mean, I'd rather just get it from him. He's offering free shipping. But, it really irks me with these buyers. I mean, they make the demands and then they don't follow through with them. Now, I don't even know if this person's even gonna follow through with this deal. So I took 2 items off. I ended 2 items. I don't know if this person's gonna come back or they're gonna say, oh, by the way, I changed my mind. I want it with cheap shipping, the cheapest possible. Hey, that's the ballpark price. I called up the postal service to see if they had cheaper. I go, do you have any cheaper one here? Because I said the buyer, I'm just trying to help a buyer out. That's the cheapest it is. That's the cheapest they got. And I go, how about standard? She goes, it's standard price and priority mail. It's the same price. So if the person makes the payment, I will send it out priority mail. What else do you want me to do? You know? Anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys. Let's get started with the reseller news. The other thing I just want to talk also about being too spontaneous in desperate times, so to speak. Meaning, I don't know if you guys have heard of it out there. I sell clothes too, not much, but I have a couple bags of clothes, girls' clothing, and I was thinking of using a service called ThreadUp, and I'm going to go to the website and I'm going to point out some things to it. Now, look, I want you to know one thing. I speak from the heart. I only make statements that I read or get the information I get off other websites. Okay, so whatever I tell you on a reseller news or different views or different things, this is not me making it up, folks. Okay, I am just putting out the information out there. What you guys do with it, it's your business. Okay, now when I tell you stuff about companies or whatever, it's not to make derogative statements. It's not to bash them, put them down, or not. Okay, all I'm saying is this is just a heads up. Okay, what I'm telling you, I'm talking to you out there, the YouTube community or the YouTube followers, as like a personal friend, as a friend would. If you were to sit there and say, "Hey, Rich, what do you think about this company?" or "What do you think about that?" whatever, I'm going to voice my opinion on it. Okay, whether you follow my advice or take me or listen to what I have to say, that's totally up to you. But I want you to know one thing: the information I'm putting out there, I'm getting off of other websites. Okay, so with the website I'm talking about right now, and again, it's not to make any derogative statements. I'm just sharing, because let me tell you something, folks. Even if people go on blog sites and they badmouth companies, okay, and they say this, that, and the other thing, oh, I wouldn't do this, that. It may be detrimental to that company, where it might hurt that company in some cases, or it might, it doesn't matter. Because look, there may be people out there, I know people that say, I don't go to Walmart, I don't shop there. I like Target. Why? I just like Target better. To me, they're almost the same store. The only thing I heard about Walmart, in between this and that, again, don't take it the wrong way, that Walmart and Target, if you compare the two, Target, I heard, is kind of like an upscale store. To me, they're both almost the same. I don't know if people heard that. That's what I thought I read or heard from somebody. Target is more like an upscale store. It's got, in other words, I think it's a little better, whatever, quality merchandise, whatever. Who knows? To me, they're both the same. Okay? I mean, I'll be honest with you. I got a Walmart right down the block from me. I walk there. I love it. I have no qualms with it. I get pretty good prices on things, and I have no problem with it. To be honest with you, I don't shop at Target. Not that I hate it, I just don't. I don't shop there for some reason. I'm not a Target shopper. I never really was. As long as I can remember, with the Targets early in the area that have around here in Long Island, New York, I very rarely go to a Target store. I really do. I very rarely do. They got one in the Broadway Mall. If people that live in the area in Long Island, they know Hicksville, whatever. They got one in the Broadway Mall. They used to be a J.C. Penney. They closed that one up, and now it became Target. I've been in there. Prices are not so cheap. It's okay. I'm not, like I said, I'm not here to make derogative statements about it, but I'm just trying to say. But the point I'm getting across is the company I'm going to be talking about is just to give you a heads up, and you decide. Here's how it happened, and this is what I want to explain to you guys. I wanted to sell clothing on this store, and it seemed pretty good. It seemed pretty good. I like the the way it works. It seems like a good. But here's a little word of advice to people. You can take it for what it's worth. It's up to you. When you're going to do business with a company, and I know for a fact that any company you type in eBay reviews, Amazon reviews, you're going to get tons of people voicing their opinion. I wouldn't buy from that company. It stinks. I wouldn't buy it. I don't like it. Blah, blah, blah. Customer service bad, and so on. So you're going to hear a whole barrage of complaints from people that had dealings with that store. It's just like a car. You might get a person say, I like Fords, I like Chevys, I like this, whatever. And they say, oh, Fords, I wouldn't buy a Ford. Why not? Oh, those cars are plagued with problems. Well, maybe to you it was. Maybe you got the lemon off the assembly line. I love my Ford, whatever. I don't have a Ford. I'm just saying. But, you're always going to get opposition from people when it comes to, explaining yourself about certain things. Okay? This company, ThreadUp, is nice. I was reading about it. And then when you start reading along the lines, you start piecing things together. And I'm going to explain it when I show it to you, really, I'm going to talk a little about it, and then I'm going to show you the review. Yes, it has reviews. If you're ever curious about a company, you could do your own research like I do. Just type in, if you're like, I didn't know anything that much about this company, so I said, let me type it in and see what people have to say. So I typed in a Google search, ThreadUp, I think it's called ThreadUp reviews. And boom, when you hit that, you get a list coming up. I'm only going to read one little caption of it, and the rest is up to you. Again, this is not to hurt the business, but this is just to throw a little information out there, just to make you think, okay? Would I do business with them? It all depends. We're getting into it, but let's get right to it right now. Let me bump out of here. I got to put my glasses on. And we'll go right over here. This is the company, okay? It's called ThreadUp. It's the largest online consignment and thrift store. Now look, I'm sure there's a lot of people that have good things from them. They must be doing something right, okay? And when people voice their opinions, folks, about certain companies or stores, whatever, it's their opinion. And keep an open mind. Everybody that has a situation, it doesn't mean, if they're going through a bad situation, it doesn't mean you're necessarily going to go through the same thing, okay? Keep an open mind. Even keep an open mind with this news segment I'm talking about here with the reseller news, okay? Keep an open mind. And don't let it deter you. Just, say, okay, I got a heads up on it. It's something to think about. But here's the thing. You have over here dressing room, women, kids, blogs, and you got the clean out. Now, I typed in the clean out, right? Because I want to sell on it. So it says closet clean out, sell your clothes. And then it goes on to tell you how it works. You fill your bag, drop in quality items and the kids' clothing, handbags, shoes, fashion, jewelry, and accessories from over 35,000 brands. Send it off. Leave the bag at your mail carrier or drop off at any FedEx office or UPS location. Feel instant stress relief. Once your bag is processed, you will earn cash or credit for the items we accept. What we want right now, and then it'll give you a list. Like I said, I don't know. This is what they're looking for here, but I think they have a regular list here, if I'm not mistaken, from a name brand. I think this is the list. Let's see. Bear with me for a second here. My computer. Okay. Now, these are what they say. Closet clean out. We accept 35,000 brands. Okay. Now, if you have, I only have a couple of bags, but they're pretty full. This is what they accept. That's what they're saying. Now, this could be a good thing, folks. Okay, so, I'm going to read the review, but, I'm going to go over some little particular things about it, and then you decide for yourself. But they have it from A to Z. And if you do have any of these this type of clothing that you want to sell, I have some things that, my daughter's given me and want to get rid of and stuff like that. You got to look and make sure it's on the list. Okay? Once you follow their rules there as far as doing that part, what we want right now, the quality standards, this is what they accept. Clean, freshly washed from a brand name, you got to click that on, get the list, on trend and less for 5 years old, free of tears and stains or rips, excellent condition. And what you would do is you would take the bag, they would send you this kit, you would take the bag, and they give you a return, a shipping label. You would ship it off to them, they will get it, and they will process it. Then it goes on to scoops on the payments. Let's break it down. Upfront payment items. Items that are on high demand, you'll receive a payout as soon as items are processed. Consignment items. Items that may take longer to sell, you'll be paid for these items once they sell. You may adjust the selling price at any time. Luxe items. You'll receive an extra 10% payout on items for luxury design brands. All Lux items are sold on consignment, and you may adjust the price at any time. And then it's going to be here, check out the payment payout estimator. How do I get paid? Up to you. You can choose from one or more of the following ThreadUp shopping credit, Visa pay card, or cash out on PayPal, which I'd rather have. It says did you know we have 500 people working on processing bags 6 days in a week? Okay. 2 words, easy, convenient. Now, actually, this is nice. When you think about it, you say, well, look, you know what? I got tons of these clothes. They all meet the criteria. All right. Why not? Mine would have to go in a box, not a bag, because that's how much I have. Now, it's okay, and you know what? You got to understand, they're in business to make money. Okay, so if you put it in a box, if you have a lot and you send it off to them, they're going to pick and they're going to pick through it. Okay, they're going to pick and probe what they want, what's good, what's not. Here's the part that gets you. When I looked into it, when you order the kit, now here's your kit options. This is for selling. You got 2 options when it comes to the kit options. You could do free standard processing. Current kit processing times are up to 4 weeks after your kit is received. $16 expedited service will process your kit in 1 week of arrival. A $16 fee will be deducted from your earnings. Then it goes on to say, do you want us to return unaccepted items? Because of our high quality standards, we only accept 40% of the items in the average clean out kit. Recycle, you got 2 choices before you hit the next button. You could recycle unaccepted items. We'll responsibly recycle your items that you do not want. Or you pay $10.99. Unaccepted items will return all accepted items back to you for a $10.99 fee, which will be deducted from your earnings. Now, here's the thing. If you're selling top brand items, okay, now here's the thing. If you want it to be expedited, it's going to cost you $16. So keep this in mind now, okay? If you want to have your items returned to you, that you want them back because maybe you might want to resell them, it's going to cost you a $10.99 fee. Okay? So, after reading these kit options, it started making my mind think, like, hey, wait a minute now. Let me see something. Now, if I send them a whole bunch of brand name stuff, how am I supposed to know, if these things are really accepted or not? You know what I'm saying? Because, like, if I send them a box of stuff and some of the good things are gone, whatever, or some things that may be, say, well, this ain't going to sell, or let's say they want to donate it, but the donating is actually going to the store. It's a whole different ballgame if you read in between the lines. That's the only part that kind of intrigues me a little there. I didn't know. All right, now you got to say, well, you can't expect them to pay for your shipping either because it costs them money. Then they'd be losing money. No, I understand that. So this kind of like makes sense to recycle unaccepted items. Okay, but I'm going to let your thought process. You think about this stuff here. Okay, so you keep that for yourself. I'm just sharing this information, folks. Okay, I'm not here to barrage a company or badmouth them in any way. I'm just trying to enlighten. So anyway, you do a little reading about it and stuff like that. And you know what? I'm sure it's really good. I'm sure it does work. I'm sure if it does, because people are doing it. It's got the ThreadUp prices, the standard payout. Here's the Lux payout. The ThreadUp price, $14, $15 to $99. Take a 10%. That's the Lux payout is 20%, and so on and so forth. Now this may be a good thing. Okay, it may be good. I thought about it, but what kind of like threw me off is when I did the review. This is site jabber. And these are ThreadUp reviews. 4,714 reviews. Now, I'm only going to read the first one. And, you know, you guys decide for yourself. They only gave it a 1-star rating. And this came out yesterday. Look at the date right here. It's grayed out. It's 8/13/18. This is what the person said is not coming from my mouth. It's coming from this person who put this thread out there. Okay? Don't sell on ThreadUp. Don't sell your clothing, shoes, etc. on this site. They take forever to process and clean out your bags, and the payoff amounts are absolutely ridiculous. I sent them a $200 and never used a Brigham bag that they listed for $65. My payoff amount was $3.65. How does a beautiful worn once Sundance blouse list less than a Faded Glory t-shirt? Very disappointed and very upset. And then upset. Then it goes on to say you're better off selling your stuff at your yard sale or eBay. Look, it's a new company, I guess. I take it, and you know every new company's gonna have their ups and downs. I know people see, but that's no excuse. And it goes on, and you can look over here, and it's got more. So look, I'm not gonna read the whole thing because, like I said, I'm not here to barrage or berate a company. I'm just trying to say, you know, in this business, you know, you got to be more aware of what's going on. Okay, you got to be more aware of what's going on. You have to, because for the simple reason is, you know, we're in this business to make money. You know, we don't want to put stuff up there where we're going to get next to nothing. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I can't always fault the company and stuff like that. Like I said, I'm not here. Like I said, I'm not here to barrage the company or berate them in any way. I'm not here to make derogative statements at them. You know, you do. These are people that are individuals. You know, they're gonna voice their opinions. Okay, but now looking at this here, it's got 5 stars. It's got 2,226. 4 stars, 437. 3 stars, 237. 2 stars, 360. 1 star, 1,354. The service is rated as 3.5. The value, 3.5. Shipping, 3.5. Returns, 3.5. Quality, 4 stars. Okay, so you know, you gotta have a little compassion for a company. Okay, I mean, we all know at times when you start right, you say this company looks like it says back, looked like it was opened in 208, so they do have some times founded on as 209, whatever. But all right, so they got some years in there, you know. But what I'm trying to say is, you know, if someone's to say to me, "Are you planning to sell on?" You know what? I really right now I don't know, because for me, I keep looking at these things and I don't know. Look, I'm not going to get into it, folks. I put it out there. It's up to you guys if you want to check out ThreadUp. This is what it is. It's called ThreadUp, and you may have a different experience than what other people have. Okay, I don't know. I'm not here to, like I said, I'm not here to bash the business. I'm just was sharing it with you guys. Okay, it's totally up to you. Anyway, let's move right along. Let's bump out of here and take it right to the news. This is the Telegraph. This came from the telegraph.co.uk. Online auction sites such as eBay boosting fake art sales, warn Fiona and Bruce Phillip mold. It goes on to say online auction sites such as eBay are boosting fake art sales, according to Fiona Bruce and dealer Philip Mould. As the much-loved art show Fake or Fortune returns to the BBC this evening, the show's host revealed that the internet is increasingly allowing people to trade fake art. It goes on to say, I'm not going to read the whole thing for those who are new subscribers to this channel. I do not read verbatim because we'll be here for hours on end, and I don't want this to be too long. It's probably going to be too long as it is, folks, because my opening segment was talking about buyer's demands. Okay, so I'm not going to get too much into it, but it goes on to say over here, ahead of the seventh series, Miss Bruce said it was increasingly the case that forged artworks from China were being sold online, but it was impossible to tell the difference between the fake and the real thing when you're virtually shopping, which is true. You can't. I mean, you're looking at a computer. I don't care how macro picture you take of the item. You can't tell. You can't differentiate from a computer picture that the thing is authenticated. That's why I said when it comes to selling art, you're better off going to an art dealer than selling it online. Okay, or go to an auction house or something like that, or get an appraisal on it from an experienced auctioneer, somebody that does appraisals on photos and pictures, portraits, whatever. But anyway, the internet essentially has certainly changed things. She said, legitimately, you can bid in an auction through the internet, but the commercial sales of art sites such as eBay has made the selling of more fake greater. Okay, selling of fake art greater. You can read the rest of this story. If you're a person that does sell art, be careful. If you have any appraisal places around you, you might want to take it to an appraisal shop. If it's a photo or a painting or whatever, and have it done and have it authenticated. Make sure the person that's doing it's not somebody that just took a crash course in the weekends. Telling you I've been experienced. You want to make sure you know who you're dealing with. Get all the credentials on these people, because you want to make sure that you're doing the right thing. It's like anything else. When you're going to a doctor, you want to go to a specialist if you're having a specific type of surgery done. You're not going to just go to any doctor. You're going to make sure you do your research, and they have things now where you could do research on doctors. So I think it would be the same thing if you're going to deal with an art dealer or somebody selling a painting, whatever. I would think twice about selling it on eBay. No offense to eBay, but sometimes you got to be careful. If you want to read the rest of the story, folks, if you are into selling art and you want to read the story one more time, it's thetelegraph.co.uk, and you can check that story out. It's the story you're looking for is online auction sites such as eBay boosting fake art sales, and you can check that out. You can do a Google search if you can't find it, and you'll get the information that way. Moving right along. Now this comes off of, again, UK, wholedailymail.co.uk. Someone is flogging their whole of domino on eBay. Already they want ridiculous amount for it. The Breeze block is listed from starting bid of $1,000 or a buy it now of $1,400. Okay. I'm not even sure what they're talking about, but like I said, you always find out something later on. These are things that I'm not too familiar with. That's why I like to share and do it in the reseller news. I'm not sure if this is the video for it, but if it is, I am not going to put this on right now because, like I said, it'll take too long. We'll see what this is here. Apparently, it's these things here. My love pushed the first domino in the boatyard and home. All right. Well, you could read the story here, folks. I'm not going to get into it right because they do have a video. You could check it out if you want to. It's again, I'll say one more time. It's the whole live, and it's whole live. The whole dailymail.co.uk. I'm sorry, whole live. I'm looking at the whole live. Yeah, that's the website, and you could check it out and check it, read the rest of the story. Okay, let's move right along. Okay, here's a guy who bought a plane. He bought it on eBay. Okay, It says over here, hiding in plain sight. North Yorkshire pub has a 30-foot vintage jet landlord. A vintage jet landlord bought on eBay in his beer garden. Now this guy's got a video. You could click it on and check it out. Again, this is the from the UK. It must have been interesting how they got it there. It's only 30 feet, but I'm just, it's not like a super big jet, but it's funny though. But anyway, you could read the story, the sun.co.uk, and it just goes on to say a pub landlord in North Yorkshire has put something very different and unusual to the usual table and chairs in his beer garden, a 30-foot jet. Okay. Aircraft enthusiast and landlord Paul Gray, 53, spotted the 1966 Jet Provost T Mark III for sale on eBay for $1,000, and quickly ranked 10 friends who each stumped up $100 to buy it. Whatever. Hey, you know what? There's people out there that buy things for whatever reasons. This is what it's all about, right? I guess it can't be a bad thing, right? It's an old jet. I guess that's where his, that's the pub, right? And that's an aerial view. Well, 30 foot's not that super big, but I guess it's not bad to have it in your backyard. Maybe, I don't know. But anyway, you could check it out. This is how he had to get it in. I think they had to remove the wings, of course, and they had to disassemble the wings to get it in the back there. You can see it's been hoisted up. And, well, you could probably do it with a 30-foot jet like that. I mean, I'm not saying it's super small. I'm not saying it's super big either, but, that's the end result. You could check that story out, folks. And, again, it's in the sun.co.uk. Let's move right along. Here's one over here. This one is from thephonearena.com. Deal, save 15% on all Samsung smartphones available on eBay, up to $50. For those who are Samsung diehards and they like their phones and stuff, I got my Apple phone. I'm very happy with it. I love my Apple iPhone. It says over here some of the best deals. Let's move this up here a little. On smartphones can be found on eBay. But what if you could make one of these deals even better from your wallet? eBay is currently running a greater promotion aimed at fans of specific brands like Samsung, Oakley, and Works. Starting today until August 15th, we got another day. So this is, I guess, not too bad old news. I guess it's right on spot on this one. Customers will benefit from 15% on any of the Samsung smartphones available for purchase on eBay. Obviously, that's in addition to all the discounts that eBay sellers offer on their products. In order to get the 50% discount, you need to use the coupon code POPULAR in the redemption code field. As mentioned earlier, discount applies to the purchase price, but not the shipping and handling and taxes. So keep that in mind, folks. Let's move right along. Kohl's. Now, I got a couple of windows open over here. Let me close this one out, and let me close this one. Folks, when it comes to, remember I told you about the story about the Beauty and the Beast tape that supposedly was selling for $30,000, and yours truly had ran over to the thrift store, and I picked up, I think, 2 of them, and I put them on eBay, and I had them one for, I think, $1,000 or something ridiculous like that, because I figured, well, if this guy's selling for 30 and people are selling for 20 and stuff like that, looking at the watches on there, watches don't necessarily mean those are potential buyers. You know that, folks. I think a lot of people are under the assumption that when you see a lot of buyers, watches on there, people are thinking those are all potential buyers. And I got news for you. Those are probably curiosity seekers to see if that thing is actually, and to see if somebody will actually front out $30,000 to buy a tape from that came out in 1992, a VHS no less, for $30,000. Now, here's a story I heard. Supposedly, I heard it on eBay Radio. Now, whether it actually sold for $30,000 is another thing. you know, you wonder sometimes if that's just to spark up a little controversy to get people in a feeding frenzy to go out and buy and sell VHSs. I don't know. It worked on me. I ran over to my thrift store after I heard the story. I heard it on eBay radio. And I'm listening to I'm listening to the thing going back and forth with sellers calling in. Oh yeah, this person's selling this and it's going back and forth. So with that, I just shut my computer off. I said, oh, I know exactly where I seen a couple of those VHSs in pretty good condition. I'm gonna run down there, pick them up. I'm gonna come home and I'm gonna list them on eBay for $1,000. Maybe one for $1,000, maybe one for $500, and see. Later on, I end up realizing as I just kept scrolling down, because of being spontaneous, and that's what I wanted to talk about being spontaneous. Looking at other people selling the same exact thing. It was a black diamond. That's what I had, 2 black diamond ones. And supposedly, quote unquote, the reason why that one sold, well, not saying the reason why, it was still sealed from 1992, and it was brand spanking new. It had the wrapping around it, and you know, I guess that's what helped sell for $30,000. Anyway, so I bought the tapes, and then I thought about later on, within probably a couple minutes, I started looking at them to see the competition. And I said to myself, wait a minute. These people are selling for $5, $10, $15, all different prices. I mean, I was scrolling, and they had thousands of people on it. It's like, these things that these people that have on their sale, you know, that have watches on them, these are not buyers. These are curiosity seekers. That's what they are. Because looking at one of them I was following, and when it ended, it didn't even make a sale. It just had all those watches and no sale. Okay, so that's why I said those are curiosity. First off, who in the right state of mind? I'm not saying people had the money to do it, folks. There are people out there that have money to blow. I mean, there are wealthy people out there, and somebody would probably buy a sealed one, but for $30,000. You know, we're not talking a Picasso here or Rembrandt. We're talking a VHS from 1992, and the market is glutted with them. I mean, I picked up 2 diamond Beauty and the Beast VHSs that were in clean shape, good shape, and I said to myself, I'm just one of many. And if I quite remember, I think there were thousands of people selling those damn things. What I'm trying to say here is, don't let numbers, you know, inspire you to do this here, because I'm going to show you in a second. Okay, 2 stories came out. This one says Cole Miniatures. Now, for those who are not familiar with Coles, they're like little miniature food things here. You'll see what I'm talking about in a minute. And there was another one that said to sell up to $1,000. Okay, but when you go on eBay, it paints a whole different picture, folks. So I don't know if these come from UK. It might be UK stuff, I guess. Yeah, because it says news.com UK. Maybe this is something that's selling in the UK. I guess. I don't know. Because when I looked at the listings, a lot of them did have AU on it. Anyway, this is one story. Okay, Cold Miniatures already selling for $300 on eBay. You click this one here. We don't go to that one. You go to this one, Cole's Little Shop Toy Collections, hit eBay upwards $1,000. Okay, now, if you're into retail arbitrage and you're thinking, you know what? I'm going to get in on this market. I'm going to go buy those things from, I think they're right now selling, well, AU, I guess that's Australia, right? I would think, unless it's United Kingdom, I don't know. I'm going to click out that. You guys already seen a preview of it already. I was supposed to go, and that's supposed to be the last clip, and it was in the middle. And people think, oh, I'll go there, I'll spend the money, I'll buy the thing there, and I can get a great price for it. Like I said, I just showed you. Some are selling for $300. This one's upwards of $1,000. Why? I don't know. I don't know. So before you take that plunge and say, I am going to buy those little Coles, Little Shop Toy Collections, and I'm going to make a killing off it. Now we'll bring you back to reality. Now I'll bring you back to the middle one. Here we go. Cole's Little Shop Mini Collectible Individuals. Look over here, folks. 10,295 results. 10,295 results. Look at the prices. Look at the buy it nows. Okay? You see what I'm saying, folks? You know, the problem in life is people get caught up with numbers. Look at the prices. Look at these. Look at this. $1.75. All right, well, that's something else. I guess, well, it is still, yeah, Kohl's. $1.75, 4 bids. This person got 4 bids, $3 shipping. Okay. This one, he's got 3 bids, $11. Okay. But do you see anything here? Now, I'm not going to go through 10,000 listings, folks, to prove a point. But do you see anything, even in this first page? Anything that says it's close to $300? Because I sure as heck don't. Look at it. This guy's got $200 or best offer. And now, you know what your little packet like this could cost to ship out? I would say, looking at the both of them, I could ship this out for $3.09. Depends how heavy they are. Okay, you might say, yeah, but you don't know how heavy they are. But if it's plastic, which most likely it is, okay, it's probably light. So even if it was a little more over than the 1 pound thing there, what are we gonna pay? What? $6, $7 depends. Depends where it's going. Okay. Look at the prices. Oh, this one here. Look at this one here. Come on, now look at this. Look. Come on, please. And $31.71. Are you serious? Are you serious? I know you guys say, yeah, but if it's coming international, I understand that, but I don't buy overseas. I'm sorry, folks. I stay with the United States when I buy stuff. I'm sorry. Here's one for $3.25. Got 5 bids on it. Well, at least the shipping's not going to kill you. $3.50. Well, that may be within that country. I don't know. But you see, look at the price. Look. Okay. I'm going to bump out of the screen, and just want to close this segment out, folks. As I said it once before, and I said it again, and I'll say it again over and over again. For those who do subscribe to this channel, I do hope that you do get something out of it. I hope that the information I provide is helpful. I put this information out, folks, not to hurt anybody, not to make derogative statements, but it's to help people out. That's the whole purpose of this channel. That's why I changed the banner. I say it's helping, inspiring, and sharing through social media. All I want to do, folks, is help. I'm not out to barrage any companies or make any statements or derogatives about any particular person, company, or whatever it may be, business. That is not what I'm all about. I try to enlighten and bring these things into focus. That's it. In regards to the company ThreadUp, the consignment store, the online consignment store, I wish them all the best. At this stage of the game right now, I don't know which way I'm going to go with that. I think right now I'd rather right now take a chance on probably listing a few items here and there. And if I am going to donate stuff, I most likely will donate to my church. For those who want to check out that store, try it with a small couple items, maybe 10 items, maybe 15 items, 20, whatever. Try it out. Don't be overshadowed by other people's comments. You might say, yeah, but I checked out that review site too, and there's a lot of people. I understand. But you know what? I always like to give a company the benefit of the doubt. You don't have to go in at full force. Like I said, see. I don't know what their minimum is, like what they want, but let's say you could do between 5 and 10 items, just to feel the water, see what it's all about. See, it may work for you. You might say, hey, there might be people out there say, I love ThreadUp. I set my clothes there, and I made X amount of money. Now, that person who's talking about that $200 item, and it was being sold for $65, and all that person got was $3 and change, whatever. That stinks. But it's all in there. It's all black and white. What they're going to get, they get a percentage of it. Don't forget, it's a consignment store. They got to make something off it. They got 500 people, they say, and according to that little advertisement. So those 500 people got to get paid. They got to make their money, folks. So the point I'm bringing across is, don't be so spontaneous when you get involved with something, and don't let numbers be a role factor in your decision factor, because a lot of people love to pepper conversations or their webinars or whatever. I'm not trying to say stuff, but they throw numbers out there, big numbers, and I myself could be taken by it. Especially if you're a person that's sitting there saying, geez, I need to make sales. Look, it's Deadsville today. Right? You say, well, it's Tuesday. Right? Yesterday, suppose I got those two, and believe me, I'll share this with you. I don't usually share much things with people in an open forum like this, but I will share this with you. Those two sales that I made yesterday, I could probably go to Burger King or McDonald's and get myself one of those meals with that. I'm being upfront and honest, folks. You might say, why would you want to say something like that? Why would you want people? Because I'm an upfront and honest guy. I'm going to tell it like it is. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to sit there and tell you, yeah, I made 2 sales yesterday. I could take the rest of the week off, folks. Heck no. Heck no. There's other people out there talking about how great they're doing, and I'm sure they are. I'm sure they are. But do you ever hear the other flip side of it? You ever hear the other flip side where you're not making those sales? Walk in my shoes. Okay. Very scary. And a lot of people, I think, are misled by a lot of things they hear and see on the internet. And my father, God rest his soul, had a good saying: believe what you see and only half of what you hear. And I'm going to leave it with that. This is Rich Bassini signing off for the Reseller News. Today is August 14th, 2018. Wishing you all the best in your endeavors. Wishing you great sales on eBay. Take care. Until next time. Bye-bye now.